All right, I'm on hole number 7 of the 2020 Community Cup. Tuesday's qualifying round in the Ricky Division, 77 account, Upper Developed Clubs. All right, hole number 6. What is hole number 6? Is this hole number 6? I did the hole number 6. Now I'm on hole number 7. All right, I'm in the final 3. I'm on track for just the minimum score of minus 14. I haven't picked up anything. I've given myself some good looks. Didn't hit perfect into a couple cups, and perfect would have put me right there, and I just missed a few. So these last 3 holes, we got 3 opportunities here to pick a shot up, and I want to pick up a shot on all 3. My real goal is to pick up three extra per round, and actually I only got 2 because I got to pick up 8. But there is a hole-in-one shot on 8. I'm not looking for hole-in-one. I'm just looking for eagle, but there is a hole-in-one shot on 8. So let's go look at 7. This is a par 3, and it is in Namhai Cliffs. And which hole is a par 3? It's Namhai Cliffs number 6. All right. Grizzly, Marlin, white ring off the transition between the rough and the fairway over here. 2.5 backspin, about 1.5 left-hand side spin. I'm going to dial the side spin to the cup. I'm going to do a 20% wind adjustment. Because I found that if you try and move it around to, like, you set up 1.5 and then you move it around to get that dialed in, it's tough because you move it a little bit one way and the ball guide waggles. And so I'm going to put on the 2.5 backspin. I feel real good about that number. But I'm going to dial the side spin up to where I'm at, because where I'm at, here's the rough, and here's the rough, here's the fairway. Where I'm at out here with my white ring, I may be farther forward this time, or I may be farther back, or I may be in the right, the spot that I was in last time, but there's a little bit of variance out here. And I'm going to use the side spin to waggle the tail to dial it to the cup. Grizzly, Marlin. Is that right? Grizzly, Marlin. Hey, am I going to pick the wrong thing every time? I guess I am. Grizzly. I'm going to change that out. I'm going to leave that in there just in case, because I think that's the only hole I'm using my rock on. I got a Grim Reaper there. There's a Grizzly. I knew I had a Grizzly somewhere. You saw that Grim Reaper in there. Never thought you'd see a Grim Reaper in somebody's bag. I actually put that in there intentionally, just in case I was in my long iron and I wanted to make sure I had as much backspin at my disposal as I could get. Marlin, Grizzly, that's all I need. That's all I need. All right, here we go. Let's have a moment of meditation. See if we can get the hole-in-one on this hole. Coming into the week, of all of the par 3s, I felt like this was my best shot of getting a hole-in-one, because the middle par 3, it's one of those holes I've hit hole-in-ones on it, but it's just like a hit or miss. I mean, it's not like something you can count on. It's one of those holes. And hole number 1 has always been a low percentage, but I actually feel like my best shot of getting a hole-in-one this week is on hole number 1 with that rough bump. I mean, I am right there. The fact that I haven't had one drop so far is amazing. As long as I can keep hitting perfect into that hole, I am going to get some drops on that this week. And what I'd really like is to get 2 in the weekend round and just get that hole out of the way. I like to start my round off with a hole-in-one. That would be awesome. 20% wind adjustment, 2.5 backspin. Distance is key. All right, we're down in this area. White ring off. About 2.5 backspin. And I'm going to dial that side spin to get me up to the cup. 2.5 backspin. Just dial that side spin in. It looks like I'm going a little, it's going to drift. So I'm going to dial in a little bit more. That looks better. 2.7. That's 5.2. That's 3.3. Let's say 100% accurate club. There's 3.2. And I'm going to need to fire it off. Oh, and great to the left. And it seems like it's wanting to drift off to the right there. And I'm not sure if I'm hitting, like, I'm not sure. Is that not enough of a wind adjustment? I haven't hit a perfect into this. I've been hitting greats. And that was great to the left and ended up to the right. That's the discouraging thing. But this is one of those holes where if you move it to the left, it waggles to the right. And so it's hard to make an adjustment there until I can hit a perfect, as I can really get a good look at it. It almost feels like I need to do a bigger wind adjustment than 20%. It almost feels like I need to do like a 30% wind adjustment. And you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to just make a command decision and change that to a 30%, because it seems to me like when I play this hole in one-on-one, that this is one of those holes that I don't know what the wind adjustment is, but we're so far down in the hole that I just do a 30% wind adjustment. So I'm going to do a 30% wind adjustment and see how that works. I will forfeit. I am not interested at this point in wasting any hole-in-ones. I do not ever want to post a video and then at the end I played some par 3 and I got a hole-in-one and a shootout and wasted one of my hole-in-ones. I am not interested in ever, and I've had that happen, and I don't want it to ever happen again. All right, that was hole 7 of the 2020 Community Cup, Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.